Significance, knowing that I have power. Belonging, knowing that I'm in a network that understands my significance. And lastly, safety, that I'm in environments where people understand that the importance of my mental, physical, and emotional development, and even my spiritual development as a part of who I am and my ability to serve and give my influence and power and service to other people. And so one of the things, particularly young people, and sometimes even our staff, get confused by is the fact that rules, policies, and regulations are actually designed to keep or create this network of safety for folks. And so I don't know if this has ever happened to you. It's happened to me more than on one occasion where there is road construction. And the road has been paved, the guardrails are up, but they have failed to, at this particular point, they have failed to put the lines on the road. And I don't know, about you, but those lines become extremely important, particularly on a dark and rainy night. And my biggest frustration or fear in terms of driving in those environments has less to do with my ability to drive and more about the ambiguity of all the other cars that are on the road. And so I'm not always sure where they are. I'm not always sure what my responsibilities are. And so that ambiguity becomes problematic in making sure that I'm able to understand where I belong and recognizing my own significance. And the significance of driving a car and not knowing where you are is huge, because you can, cause an accident, or you can be the victim of an accident. And so those things become extremely important. And so policies and procedures, rules, regulations, guidelines become extremely important when we understand this need for safety. And they support our primary or our biological needs for the sense of safety. Ambiguity is one of those things that will just drive us. It will drive our behaviors in very negative ways. We seek it. We thrive on the security of understanding what our roles are. And so one of the things that becomes important when looking at this safety is that is understanding that principle, that this idea of safety creates an opportunity for us to actually have the freedom to do what we want to do. Because I will tell you, when those lines are in place, when I know what lane I can be in, I can push my vehicle to its legal limits. I can go as fast as the law allows, and sometimes I go faster than the laws will allow, because I can maximize, because I understand that everybody is following the rules, that we each know what our responsibility is in the lane that we're in. So that becomes important, that the sense of safety, these rules, policies, and regulations actually provide an opportunity for people to be more effective and less effective. The other part that is important to understand about the sense of safety is that when we're operating in relationship with each other, and those rules, those policies, those procedures are clear, that I am free to express myself, but I also can hold people accountable to making sure that all of our needs are met within this organization, within this classroom, within this community. And so that sense of safety really dictates my morality, my ethics, my ability to work within the confines of the organization. And when those are violated, that's when the sense of safety becomes problematic, because Unethical folks do not have the safety mindset. They make decisions based on things outside of the mission and the goal of the organization, and that becomes problematic. And so all human beings are looking for this sense of safety. We're looking for someone to provide. We're looking for leadership. We're looking for organizations that will provide this sense of safety. And when they don't, this is when we open ourselves to legal challenges. This is when we open ourselves to obstacles, to litigation, for that matter. There's a story of a high school that tried to cover up some impropriety of its high school players. And now from the top of the organization all the way down to the students themselves are a number of adults who tried to either cover up, who tried to manipulate, who did not provide this sense of safety given the policies and procedures that they are supposed to follow as leaders. And so their lack of leadership has actually gotten them in some serious problems. And so as leaders, this sense of safety, understanding these policies and procedures, becomes extremely important. And so we'll talk more about the significance, this belonging, and the safety as we go through other parts of this training.